Hello and welcome to the Raptors Shot Chart. I'm your host, William Liu. Today we're watching Malachi Flynn's 8 assists against the Orlando Magic. Now, after this game, my original plan was to cover Paul Watson, who had 30 points, or Yuta Watanabe, who had 21 points. Both of those were career highs. But in looking back at the tape, it's Flynn's 8 assists that really impressed me from this game. And Flynn didn't even shoot the ball well himself, but his passing was really, really good. So let's watch the tape. Okay, so a few things stand out right here. First off, I want to point out how the Magic were guarding. So they were really going to aggressively trap the ball handler. So you'll see Fred right here. He has the ball. He's getting swarmed by two Magic players right here. I believe that's Wendell Carter, the big man, and also Gary Harris up top. And what's going to happen is Boucher is going to flash quickly to give Fred an outlet because Fred is he's in trouble here right away. And so Fred's going to bail out, throw it to Boucher. And Flynn's going to lift up top here to get the pick and roll action working with Chris while Paul Watson cuts out of the way because he's not in the play here. And so the pick and roll is going to happen. And then Flynn's going to come out the pick and roll. Not a bad screen by Boucher. Could be a little bit better, but Boucher is not a great screener. But it's enough to get Cole Anthony, on Flynn's hip. Flynn's able to turn the corner. And at that point, Flynn, what his goal is he's going to draw the attention of this man right here, Chuma Okeke, who's been guarding Chris Boucher. If he can draw Okeke to him, Boucher should have an easy chance to roll to the basket. And so Flynn comes up here, takes a little extra pronounced dribble, jumps into his man, which makes sure that Okeke is engaged in the play. And then Flynn's going to throw the pass over the top to Boucher, who's going to finish reliably on the roll. That's a nice little bit of recognition and pretty good quickness by Boucher there too, because the help did eventually come at the basket, but Boucher is already elevated and he's able to. All right, now this play seems very basic, and it is, but it's actually really good court awareness by Flynn. So what he's coming up the court, he's going to work that pick and roll with Stanley Johnson, and they're getting early in position for it right here. Stanley's already screening, and Flynn's coming into it. Now Flynn's going to recognize that the Magic are going to trap on the sideline. Just what we saw in the first play against Fred, the Magic are going to trap this play. So what Flynn's going to do is he's going to invite that trap to come. Right, you see the two Magic players, they're fully in position right there. They really want to trap, right? The two defenders are focused on Flynn here. Stanley's going to slip out of that screen, and he's going to get to the three-point line, and Flynn's going to engage the trap. So you see the two defenders coming here, and then Flynn's going to quickly turn and just throw this pass to Stanley. Now, the defender right here, RJ Hampton, he's actually guarding Yuta, but he's going to slide back to Yuta because Yuta's more of a three-point threat. But in any case, this is a good shot for pretty much anybody who can shoot, and Stanley is shooting close to like 40% this season from three, and it's a wide open three, and it's really just because Flynn immediately recognized what the Magic were going to do with the trap. He got the ball out quickly, and Stanley gets an open three, and he makes it. Today, he was 3 of 5. It's not a bad shot. All right, so another very simple play, but a very nice read. So Flynn's going to get the screen from Freddie Gillespie, and really a lot of these plays really just comes down to how good the screen is, right? So Gillespie right here is going to crush whoever this guy is on. I think Dwayne Bacon, I guess. But Flynn's going to get downhill. He's going to get downhill, and it's a 2-on-1. You see the situation here. The defender is behind the play. Gillespie's going to roll hard to the basket. Flynn's going to try to engage the big man right here. He's going to draw him a little bit out. You see his direction is kind of hopping towards this way instead of going straight to the rim. That's going to pull Wendell Carter just over with him slightly. And then in that little small pocket that opens, Flynn's going to throw a nice bounce pass right there. And the Magic defense, they could have helped, but honestly, Gillespie's pretty big, pretty athletic, one hard step, and he gets to the layup. Nice little play there. All right, so one thing I really like here is that the Magic are trapping Flynn on the sideline. Flynn, instead of passing it earlier this time to the shooter like he did with Stanley Johnson, Gillespie's not a shooter. So what Flynn's going to do is he's going to keep his dribble alive and dribble and beat the trap. And so right here, the two defenders are going to try to converge, but Flynn, instead of using the screen and trying to go downhill this way, he's going to instead cut back towards the middle and use his handle to get by his man. And once he does that, what he's going to read is that the defense is going to shift, because now Freddie is able to slip to the basket. There's an open pass here to him if the defender doesn't help off the corner here. And Flynn's going to have good court awareness here because he's going to see where the Magic's defense is rotating. And because they trap, they need to send a third defender over into the paint to help off to help on Gillespie on the roll. And Flynn, he's going to see, you can't even see it on the actual play, but Stanley Johnson is standing in the corner right here. And Flynn is going to throw the cross-court pass to Stanley in the corner right there, right when the help comes. You see that? He waits until Bacon is officially committed to helping at the basket, and he's going to toss that pass to Stanley in the corner. And Stanley, good confidence. Again, he's not really a shooter, but listen, when you're wide open like this, you have to take that shot. And it's a good shot, and he makes the shot. A lot of good trust by the Raptors bench unit last night. Another bit of nice pick and roll work here by Malachi. So what you're going to see is he's going to come off the pick and roll here with Khem Birch. Khem's going to set a screen for Malachi going to his left. So the second half, the Magic eased off their pressure. They weren't trapping as much on the pick and roll. So this was more standard pick and roll coverage instead of Wendell Carter being super high and forcing Malachi to give up the ball. He's going to be dropped back a little bit. And what this is going to allow is Flynn to get downhill. So Flynn's going to come off the screen. Really good screen by Khem Birch. Completely destroys Cole Anthony here. And he's going to try to go downhill against Wendell Carter. And he's got Wendell Carter crossover just a little bit. He's got him sort of pedaling, and you see the Magic starting to really help here, right? James Ennis is already over in the paint for some reason. This is a little bit too aggressive, to be honest. And Flynn's going to read this very well, and he's just going to throw the cross-court pass. You can see his head is actually looking this way towards the perimeter. You can see he's looking at Fred, but he's going to throw the no-look pass to Paul Watson in the corner, and Paul's going to be wide open. Of course, Paul was the hot shooter all night. He was 8 of 11 from 3. That was cat. All right, nice and simple play, but I like it on both ends. So you'll see Malachi here. He's going to be guarding. Paul Watson does a really good job fighting over the screen to stay with Terrence Ross. Terrence is obviously a really good shooter, and he's going to pressure that catch. And then Khem Birch is also going to show help on Terrence Ross. This is one of the things the Raptors do really well, and this is why T. Ross struggles against the Raptors, is they really aggressively swarm Terrence, and they don't let him shoot at all. So you'll see Khem Birch is not even going to care about Wendell Carter. He's just going to come over and show help on Terrence Ross. Ross had like 6 points last night. Then he's going to get the strip. Good hands there. Oh, no, never mind. He doesn't get the strip. Terrence is going to get the pass off, but Khem Birch is going to play it really well. Quick feet, good length. He's going to bat the pass away. And you'll see right here is a loose ball situation. It's really about who wants it more. And Malachi is just going to beat everybody to the ball. He's going to beat Terrence Ross to the ball, and he's going to beat Cole Anthony to the ball. And once he wins that ball right there, the Raptors are off on the fast break because the Magic have 3 players here on the corners, right? Well, on the baseline, they have a shooter here. They have a shooter here in the corner as well. You can't see. And they have Wendell Carter, who for some reason rolled all the way to the rim without knowing what was going on. This allows the Raptors to have a great fast break opportunity because there's 3 guys breaking. There's Flynn and 2 defenders. So that's a 4-on-2. Flynn's going to lead the break. He's going to push the break. And guys are going to know what they're supposed to do. You know, Fred's going to cut to one corner. Boucher's going to come all the way down the lane. And Paul Watson's going to stay on the perimeter. And Flynn's just going to read this. He's going to wait to see which way the Magic are going to play it. Looks like Terrence Ross is going to take the middle here. Cole Anthony is going to try to guard these 2 point guards. That leaves Paul Watson as the free man. And Flynn makes a great pass, cross court. And yeah, Paul Watson wide open from 3. Easy money. Easy. Yeah, so this is mostly Chris Boucher's doing. So this is great defense by Chris. So the Raptors are going to be worked a little bit on the pick and roll here. Cole Anthony is going to be able to get downhill on both his man Flynn and also on Gillespie. But Cole's going to see the help is coming over, and he's going to kick it out to the corner to James Ennis. And on the kick out, Boucher, so it's not a great pass. That's the thing that makes this. So Anthony passes it really wide of James Ennis. That forces him to relocate. But you'll see upon the pass, Boucher is 2 feet right in the center of the paint, and he's still able to close out and block that shot. That's outrageous athleticism, and that's what makes Chris really special on that front. That's just an incredible block. And then again, loose ball situation. Malachi is going to be first to the ball. And at this point, Boucher is already ahead of the pack. This is a simple pass, and you just got to reward your big man. After he makes an incredible 3-point block, give him the assist. And boom. Yeah, I like this pass too. This is late in the game. Raptors pretty much have the game in the bag. So Yuta's going to try to dribble penetrate, and the defense is going to really converge on Yuta, and Yuta's going to have to pick up his dribble to avoid the turnover. And at this point, Yuta's stuck, and so Flynn's got to make be available for him. He can either come up top, or which is probably the more obvious choice, but Flynn's going to cut back door instead, seeing that Cole Anthony's not actually looking. He's looking at the ball. And so Flynn's going to cut back door. Right? Yuta's going to see that. You see, Cole Anthony doesn't really realize what's going on. He's ball watching. He doesn't see that his man is already cutting behind him. Yuta's going to give him the look away pass. All right, Yuta. All right, lead him to the spot. And what Flynn's going to do is he's going to drive baseline and engage the help defender here. He's going to drive. He's going to drive. He's going to try to get Wendell Carter focused on him. And that leaves Freddie Gillespie, who was along the baseline, but he's going to flash up top a little bit here just to get himself more of an angle to catch the pass. And yeah, Flynn's going to toss him a little quick pass right there to New Freddie. And New Freddie with a nice little soft hook shot over the challenge of Wendell Carter. Pretty good challenge, but, Freddie Gillespie's able to get the shot off. And, yeah, it's nice to have centers who can, finish hook shots. In any case, it was a really efficient game from Flynn. He had 8 assists and only 1 turnover. His assist to turnover ratio on the season is a 3.5, which is really impressive for a rookie, and it's remained high even as Flynn has gotten a lot more usage and a lot more minutes of late as the primary playmaker. But I did want to show you that 1 turnover because it's really funny here. So this is a turnover. Yeah, so if you missed what happened here, so this is late in the game, a minute left in the game. At this point, Flynn has 8 assists, no turnovers, right? This is like when a pitcher throws like 10 strikeouts and has no walks in the 8th inning. So he's gonna try a little bit something ambitious here. So he's gonna get Freddie to screen, and then he's telling Paul Watson, "You'll cut back door. The paint is wide open." And so Paul Watson is gonna cut back door, and Malachi just wants to set up his man with a highlight play because obviously. Paul Watson's had 30 points. Let's give him a highlight here. And he's going to see Paul Watson cutting back door. He's telling Paul Watson to cut back door. And Flynn wants to throw him a lob just to get the real highlight alley-oop finish. But I got to say, this pass is terrible. The Magic have read it all the way. It's not even that great of a pass. Dante Hall's able to just jump and collect the pass and intercept it. So that was his 1 turnover. It was just him really trying to set up Paul Watson on a career night, get him 1 more highlight before the game is over. And that's his last assist, or that's his last turnover and his first turnover, which is pretty funny. I mean, I would say that's a very unselfish turnover right there, just trying to set up his guy. So, yeah, Malachi, I mean, he's been a really nice piece for the Raptors, especially in the last few weeks. I know he started the season slow, and we haven't been able to see what he's capable of. I think of late, we're seeing him run the pure point. And, as Eric Flynn, his dad, says, aka Mr. Raptor Nation, he keeps pointing out how much Malachi needs to play pick and roll, and we're seeing it today. A lot of these passes were out of the pick and roll, and Malachi is able to make the right read consistently, make the right pass consistently, and the results are speaking for themselves. He's playing really well of late. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for everyone for listening. And yeah, if you like these videos, please share them. Please hit like on YouTube. Try to grow them a little bit. And yeah, I'll see you after the next video.